Aloha and welcome to Business in Hawaii with Reg Baker. We air live every Thursday at 2 o'clock here at the ThinkTech Studios in beautiful downtown Honolulu in the, I guess it's the Plaza Tower or the
Pioneer Plaza.
Pioneer Plaza Tower, that's it, at the ThinkTech Studios. This show is about positive stories of business in Hawaii and their owners. We try to counterbalance some of the negativity that we hear out there quite often about the state being the worst for this or that, but there are success stories, and this show highlights what those success stories are. Now, before we get into our guest today, we do have a new product that ThinkTech Hawaii is offering. It's a Hawaii profile, and what that is, it's about a 3 to 5 minute profile of a company or a person, and it could be a company talking about an orientation for their employees. It could be promotional in nature for the product or service, or it could be a message, say, for a nonprofit to the community, or even maybe a resume. So for 3 to 5 minutes, you'll have some very high-tech studio filming that is replayable on YouTube. And you get a CD of it, and it gets to be replayed. You get to put it onto your website and use it in whatever capacity you want. So we're going to have a short demonstration of what that looks like right now. Aloha, this is Reg Baker and Jay Fidel, and we're here just to chat about a new product that ThinkTech Hawaii is going to be launching here very soon. Jay, this is exciting times.
Well, you know, we have this wonderful studio, Reg. And we're able to make all kinds of incredible videos here. Look at all the stuff on our website. We have 5,000 videos on our website. And, thanks to our production engineer, it gets better and better. So we say, why don't we make stuff for business, stuff for the business community to help people in the business community present themselves, a kind of platform, a canvas, if you will, for them to express themselves to the public.
Which can be very powerful. I mean, you can do the print and you can do the radio, but when you combine everything together and make a video out of it, it can be powerful.
Yeah.
So there's I think a good story that can be sold by every company in Hawaii on the product and services they offer, and even the personality of the owners come into play. Relationships are important.
Yeah.
And a video lets you do that.
Yeah. One video is worth 1,000 pictures, or something along those lines.
That's right. And then when you've got the magic of the technicians involved, they can take a lot of different video, they can splice it together, they can work wonders with what they've got on tape.
Well, we have the green screen, we can put anything behind you, and we have the ability to edit and the ability to use a teleprompter, so the result is pretty good. And if you don't like it, we fix it. It all works well, but it makes a statement. It makes a statement about ThinkTech, because our middle name is Tech, but it also makes a statement about anybody who does a profile with us, because it says, I believe in tech, I'm using tech, I'm using the confluence of technologies.
That's right. And then having the ability to put maybe some graphics on there and put some pictures and a logo. Again, it's able to demonstrate the sophistication of the business, the company, the individual, and to be able to really promote it.
And it makes a statement about Hawaii. It makes a statement that we know how to use video. We know how to use video for business, for the economy, if you will. We know how to use video to express ourselves. And for some reason, I think we're ahead. We're ahead of the game somehow, Hawaii, because we can focus and we can communicate with each other maybe better,
And I think Hawaii, from my experience, and I've been here since '73, has always embraced the technology piece of what was going on. I remember when the cell phones started coming out, and I saw cell phones all over the place. And I know I'm dating myself, but I think it's important for companies to be able to communicate to their customers or potential customers that they are technology savvy, that they know what's going on, and that they are an active participant in the process.
Yeah, so we'd make this video, we'd put it on our website, put it in our overnight feed, in our in-between shows feed, call it the ThinkTech Select. And then we give you a copy or give you the code to embed it, and you can embed it on your website. You could go on emails and social media. You could define, any business person could define, any business or nonprofit person could define himself or herself with a video of what he really feels and, you know, what he really is.
And it could be a very convenient way when you're going out talking to people. I mean, everybody jokes about the 30-second elevator speech, and you know, my 30-second elevator speech would be say, hey, listen, I've got this video on my website. You really need to take a look at it because that's going to tell you everything you need to know about me and my company.
Yeah.
And it's going to be right there, like you said. You start using social media, get it on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, in addition to the web. With the website, there's a lot of potential for really getting the word out.
And there are potential audiences. It's not just one audience, you know. You might want to address this, for example, if you're running for office, to the public who might vote for you. You might want to address it to your company, to your employees, to your constituency, to your, you know, your audience, your followers, your customers. And so, you know, you might have more than one. You might use it for this group or that group to get the message out.
That's a very good point because you could, depending upon who the target audience is, you can send different messages. I mean, this could be a morale boosting type of opportunity for the employees. You could provide some orientation to new employees when they're coming into the company about, you know, the history and the background and what the company's all about. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities to use this this video for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, it sounds terrific. How do I get it?
Well, you know, I think there's a website out there that you know, you could probably go to, thinktechhawaii.com. And there's going to be a page in there, I think, that's got some summary information on it and maybe even a name and contact information.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
So I guess we know what we're going to be doing this weekend.
All right, we know what we're doing and we're going to do this and it's going to be good for everybody.
All right, it's going to be great. This is Reg Baker. We've been talking with Jay about a great new product that ThinkTech Hawaii is going to be coming out with. I think it's going to be a very good idea for you guys to take a look at it and make this work for you. Aloha. Aloha, and welcome back. Now that you know all about the Hawaii Profile product that ThinkTech Hawaii is offering, you can check out what one really looks like at my website, which is regbaker.com. It's on the landing page, and it's a link right down about 2/3 of the way down the page. Just click on that, and you'll see what a real Hawaii profile looks like. All right, now let me get to the guest right now. You know, Andrian Hong has been sitting patiently by. Andrian is actually a young professional with the Hawaii Society of CPAs. He is a CPA, but not in public practice. He used to be. But now he's also the president of a family-owned business called Island Plastic Bags Incorporated. Andrian, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right. Now, you've got a very interesting background. You, I guess, why don't you just briefly tell us a little bit about where did you grow up and where did you go to school? And
Sure. So I was born and raised in Kaneohe, and then I went to Punahou. And then from there, I got a little bit of island fever, wanted to see what it was like on the outside. So I went to Seattle, Washington. I went to University of Washington for my undergraduate and master's in accounting.
University of Washington's got a pretty big student body of Hawaiian people out there, don't they?
For a place that rains 9 months out of the year and you don't see the sun for most of it,
Sounds like Hilo.
Just colder, colder. But it has a big population of people from Hawaii there, and it was nice having some friends around when I was up there. And then after I graduated from University of Washington, I got to work for a small public accounting firm, Bernstein Porter, and I did audits of private companies there for a while. And then I got the opportunity to work for the Financial Accounting Standards Board at Connecticut. That's where they're located.
Now that's a pretty big deal. That's one of the governing bodies of accounting principles and standards, isn't it?
Yes, it makes the accounting standards for the United States, and it does a lot of other things in accounting. I got to work on the U.S. GAAP financial reporting taxonomy with them, so they do that with the SEC. So I got to work for them for 2 years, and I liked the work. The job was great, the pay was great, the people there were fantastic. But the hours were a little long. I was working 75, 80 hours a week, you know, from October to December. And then during the summer, I was still putting in a lot of hours. So after 2 years, I was wondering, you know, do I want to do this full time for the rest of my life or not? And then I thought about it, and I talked to my family about coming home and taking over the family business. And that's what Island Plastic Bags is. It's a family business that was started about 24 years ago. So I came in as a general manager, did the financial statements, upgraded the IT and stuff like that, and started working as the general manager, learning the ropes of the business, how it worked, doing sales calls for the first time, because you don't do that when you're a staff person in a public accounting. That's something new, and it was a cool experience. And then from there, I became president in January of 2015.
All right, so was this an easy transition? I mean, you went from Connecticut, I get up in the Northeast, working with some very highly powerful, well-educated, I mean, these were the leaders in the industry, setting standards for the U.S. and in some cases the world. And then you came out of that environment. How was the transition coming back to Hawaii?
It was different, going from a corporate environment, kind of like the FASB, Financial Accounting Standards Board, to a family business where it's basically a family. Like, even the people that aren't your family in that family business are your family. It was a very different feel, and I had to get used to that. That kind of closeness that you share with everybody there, whereas in the corporate environment, it's not the same. Yeah.
No, it's different. I mean, and you still have that trait of talking fast like the Northeasterners do, and that's something that just it's different over there. Over there, if you talk slow, they think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm president of the company now, and I also teach at University of Hawaii at West Oahu.
Right, but you're also involved with the Hawaii Society CPAs too,
That's
aren't
true.
you?
So when I came back to Hawaii, Carl Williams at CW Associates, he suggested I join the Hawaii Society of CPAs and become part of the YCPA committee and squad and stuff like that. So that's a really great experience because you get to work with different CPAs your age, and we get to go out and do educational opportunities for high schools, telling high school students about a career in accounting. And I always like to pay it back because a career in accounting did so much for me. I got to go to the Financial Accounting Standards Board, I got to work in Connecticut, I got to work in Seattle. And when I came back home to my family company, my family's company, I could look at a financial statements and I could read how well we were doing, how well we're not doing. So it really helped me every step of the way in my career
See where
process.
the problem areas are that you need to focus on. Yeah. And now, what is? Tell me a little bit more about the young professionals over at the Hawaii Society CPAs. What do they do?
So yeah, we do educational opportunities for high school students. We also go out to colleges and talk about the CPA exam prep, which is the huge thing on their mind. Especially with the 2017 changes. The exam's going to change in 2017, April 2017. It's going to become a very different exam than what I took. Even I took it when it was computer-based, but now it's computer-based and it has a whole.
I took it when it was pencil-based.
That's what my father said. Yeah, 2 days of writing, scribbling and your hands cramping and stuff like that. It's very different now, and it's going to be even. It's going to change even more. Come April 2017. So they're very interested in the changes that are coming. They're very interested in study tips, how they should go about studying for the exam, when they can take it, how much it's going to cost. So we provide that information to them. We also do volunteer events. So you get to be with your friends, be with your colleagues, and package lunches or boxes of food for seniors and stuff like that, the Hawaii Food Bank. Or you get to go to Alamana Beach Park and do a cleanup with the UH students. So the UH students get to talk to a real professional and at the same time still help somebody. And then we also do the Lantern Floating Festival as well. We help make the lanterns for the Lantern Floating Festival.
Very interesting. So it sounds like you guys get involved in a lot of different community activities. It's got to be a very valuable experience.
It's great. It's a great experience because you get to network, but at the same time you get to do something good for the community at the same time. And that's what I really like about it. You get to you're with your friends, you're having a good time, and you also get to do something good. And there's nothing better than that, really.
That's right. No, it's good. And I was involved with the Hawaii Society CPAs for many years. I still am. And it's a great organization to be involved in, whether in your public accounting or not. As a matter of fact, the last numbers I saw, it's pretty much, the membership is pretty much broken down into thirds. 1/3 is in public accounting, 1/3 is in private accounting, and the other third is in teaching or government accounting. So
it's very mixed now. It's not all public accounting. for me especially, it's great because it allows me to, because I'm not in a public accounting firm anymore, it allows me to interface with other CPAs that are interested in the same things I am. So it's a great way of keeping in touch and keeping the pulse on, what's happening in accounting and stuff like that.
Well, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in about 60 seconds, and we're going to get into a little bit more detail on what Adrian does with his family business. So we'll be right back.
Aloha. My name is John Waihe'e, and I actually had a small part to do with what's happening today. Served actually in public office. But if you don't already know that, here's a chance to learn more about what's happening in our state by joining me for Talk Story with John Waihe'e every other Monday. Thank you, and I look forward to your seeing us in the future.
Hi, I'm Chris Leatham here with Think Tech Hawaii, and I invite you to watch my show, The Economy and You, each Wednesday at 3 o'clock here in Hawaii on OC 16. We look forward to seeing you. Aloha.
Aloha! My name is Danelia, Danelia.
And I'm the other half of the duo, John Newman. Aloha.
We are the co-hosts of Keys to Success, which is live on the Think Tech live streaming network series, weeklies on Thursdays at 11 a.m.
Welcome back. This is Business in Hawaii with Reg Baker. I'm here with Adrian Hong from the Island Plastic Bag Company, and he has just taken over the family business. He's now the president, and he's, I think, having a great time doing it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity. It's different when you're the boss, when you make the decision. You get to do the gloating when it goes good, and then you also have to accept the responsibility when things don't go.
The good and the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also a burden sometimes. I mean, when you've got employees always looking to you for the answers.
There's a few white hairs that weren't there before. My sister is a hairstylist, and she's cutting my hair, and she's like, "You have a few gray hairs now." Well, that's part of the deal. You have, we have 15 employees in total, including myself, and their livelihood depends on how well you run things and the choices that you make. So.
Well, and what's always interesting, and you can never really forget it, but you've got the 15 employees, but they've got their families at home too, and their children, and so a lot of people are depending upon you making the right decisions.
It's true. I mean, you not only do they work for you and they get a paycheck, but they also get their medical benefits through you, and all that other stuff for the 401k. So it's a big deal.
Well, tell us a little bit about the Island Plastic Bag Company. I mean, what's the future for plastic bags in Hawaii?
Okay, so a little bit about Island Plastic Bags. We started in 1992, so we're 24 years old now, which is great. February we'll make it 25. We actually get to 25. We manufacture institutional can liners. So what does that mean? We manufacture trash liners for hospitals, nursing homes, airlines, restaurants, bars, hotels. So a lot of people ask us, are we going out of business because this ban went into effect? No, it doesn't really affect the core of our business, but it did give us new opportunities. And part of that growth is when things come along, like regulations and stuff like that, being able to adapt. We saw the bag ban, the Oahu bag ban on single carry-out bags coming. So we made sure that we had compostable bags in stock. We made sure that we had reusable bags in stock. We knew that because these grocery stores and other retail outlets were going to have to make a change, that the people that had been buying from for the last 10, 15 years may not be able to supply them. They would actually go out and look. So we would have opportunities that we never had before to go out and get some of these customers, and we were able to get some of them. And that was actually 2015 was one of our best, actually was our best year ever. Even though there was a bag ban that year, we actually did the best numbers that we've ever done.
Well, congratulations. I mean, I know that would have worried a lot of people in that business, but you had the foresight to anticipate the change. You were monitoring the industry, and I think that's probably one of the more important jobs of the president and the owner of the company, is to look into the future and try to anticipate what change is going to happen and be prepared for it.
Yeah, as a president, you're the one mapping out the strategy. Everybody, you help everybody row in the same direction, but you're the one setting where we're going, the destination. So that's really important to make sure that you're looking at growing your business, responding to things in the marketplace, responding to new consumer demands. What my father did before me that was really great, that kind of anticipated that as well, is the growth in green products, like the need for green options and stuff like that. So we actually manufacture biodegradable trash liners. In Times and Don Quixote and Marukai, we sell retail packs of tall kitchen bags that are biodegradable. They're made with plastics that have additive inside of it that make it biodegradable. So he saw that coming down, and he saw that we had an opportunity there. And now we sell products that other people don't sell. We sell green products, biodegradable products. We sell compostable bags as part of the ban and stuff like that. So we were able to grow with these changes in consumer demand and regulations and stuff like that.
Do you manufacture the bags yourself?
So we manufacture some of the biodegradable liners here locally. We don't do printing here, so anything that has printing on it, whether it's biodegradable or not biodegradable, has to be done either on the West Coast or in China. But we do manufacture biodegradable trash liners here as well.
So you're a manufacturer. Are you a distributor also? I mean, you distribute your own bags? All right, and so you actually have a chain, a channel that you work, from inception to use sale to the stores.
So yeah, most of our can liners, trash liners, go through distributors. Like, we have distributors that are good at restaurant and bars, so we sell to them, and they sell to the restaurants and bars.
Okay.
And then they ask us for other products. Well, how about produce rolls, or how about resealable bags like Ziploc bags? And then so as they ask us for more plastic products and stuff like that, we start stocking more and more of different things that they want, and we start looking to other things that they may want as well.
Very good. And you've got, so you've got distributors that are distributing this. Do you go to all the islands in Hawaii, or?
So we have distributors on all the major islands. We have them on Oahu, Maui, in Hawaii, the Hawaiian Island. We have it on Kona and Hilo. We have it on Kauai. So yeah, we supply distributors on all of those islands.
Very good. So you're truly a statewide operation then.
Yeah.
Excellent. Any sales outside of Hawaii?
We do sell to Guam, and that's actually becoming a bigger and bigger part of our revenue and our business. And I see it growing, just continuing to grow in the future. And then we are starting to get some opportunities in Saipan as well. So we may be expanding there as well.
Very good.
And what's great about that is we have that. We are on an island. We know what it's like to do business on an island, stuff like that. So going out to other islands, we understand like what freight does to you. We understand, we understand that they have similar problems that we do, and that and we have that island touch where we can say, oh yeah, we've dealt with this. We have this solution. We know what it's like, and we can bring that personal touch where somebody else from the mainland or somewhere else may not be able to relate as well to some of the problems that they have. And then our biodegradable liners are actually doing better in Guam than anywhere else, as they had some problems with their landfill. So the people in Guam are much more cognizant about what they throw away, how it affects them, because they had problems with their landfills. So they're willing to pay more for that solution, to put more effort into finding a solution that helps out everybody.
Very good. And Guam is actually positioned for a very large buildup. I've gone to a couple different presentations on that, and they're planning on bringing in literally thousands of construction workers to really work on the bases out there to build up the Guam bases. And they're expecting a big influx of people. And so that could be a very interesting market for you or anybody else that would be interested in going out to Guam.
Yeah, definitely. It's a hard market to break into, and you have to choose your business partners carefully, but it has a lot of opportunities.
Very good. Do you get into federal contract work at all?
No, every once in a while we do bid on state bids for trash liners for the schools and stuff like that. Sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. But we do it it's mostly the state or the city county level, not so much the federal level.
Well, and for full disclosure, I'm on the National Board of Directors for the Small Business Administration, and I chair the Western Region. And we're always looking for small local businesses to bid on federal contracts to supply product to the military in Hawaii, or any federal agency. and you get preferential treatment for that. So if you or anybody else out there in the audience would be interested in learning more, give me a call or shoot me an email, and we can follow up on that and see if we can get you a federal contract. Because again, you get preference in getting that award. So very good. Where do you see the company going? Where do you want to see plastic bags go?
So we definitely, growth is definitely the issue now that we've been in business for 24 years. Like when you're in your first or second year, doubling your business is no problem. But when you hit the 24 or 25 mark, growth is definitely the issue. So we see growth in the green products like the biodegradable products and the compostable bags. We see growth in bringing new products that haven't been here before, like the marijuana dispensaries have just been approved and stuff like that. We're thinking about bringing in a child-resistant bag because the marijuana bill in Hawaii, including the other ones in different states, require that the products be put into child-resistant containers so kids can't get into it. So we're looking to bring in that stuff as well. We have a manufacturing partner that's finishing up their patent and doing the testing on it and stuff like that. So we'll be bringing in a product that keeps kids safe and helps comply with the law and stuff like that.
That's interesting. See, there's another example of having a little bit of a vision to see where the industry is going and where the needs might be, and anticipating getting ready for it.
And then we also are looking to grow our manufacturing capacity as well. We've kind of hit as much as we can do in the current building that we're in and stuff like that. So we're looking at how can we make these machines more efficient, how can we make everything more productive and stuff like that, how can we add additional capacity so that when we do continue to grow, because right now we're fine, but in another 5 years at the same capacity may be a problem. So how do I make this more efficient, how do I make it more productive and stuff like that. So we're looking at new equipment, new processes and stuff like that.
Would this new equipment be able to produce something other than plastic bags?
So it would, so the equipment that we would bring in would be primarily for plastic bags and stuff like that. There are other technologies like compostable resins and stuff like that, but they would require specialized equipment, and it wouldn't make sense for us to manufacture it locally.
When I do a fair amount of travel, and TSA always requires that you have your liquids and whatnot, and so I always use a Ziploc bag, put them all in there, and then keep it all together. But they tend to break periodically. They're just not thick enough to withstand the hustle and the bustle of the move. That could be an interesting product, a plastic bag for travel.
We make all types of plastic bags. So we have people in construction, we have people that are in farming, and they're carrying around, bags of manure, and you don't want that to break on you and stuff like that. So So we can make we make incredibly thick bags for people like that, like 4 mil or 5 mil thick or something like that, and a mil is a thousandth of an inch. So we do a lot of custom sizes. That's how we've been able to compete against manufacturers from Asia, compete against people from the West Coast. Is you have a specific need. You need a 5 mil bag to carry around manure around your farm. I will make you a run as small as 10 cases, where somebody from Asia, they want a container. Somebody from the West Coast is going to at least want a pallet or something like that. So I can do that custom job for you. So I have over 800 SKUs.
Wow.
And I'm a company of 15.
That's a
right?
big product line.
Yeah. So I do a lot of products that are maybe just for one customer or maybe for 2 customers. So that's how we've been able to differentiate ourselves, is that quality and service. Because I'm local and I'm not in China, that means you don't have to wait 3 months. If I can manufacture it locally, I can make it, if you're desperate, I can make it for you that night and ship it out to you the next day. And we've done that for some of our customers.
Do you have a website?
Yes, we do, www.islandplasticbags.com. And you can get a feel of some of the green products that we've done, some of the green initiatives that we've done. We installed 546 photovoltaic panels on our roof to try and reduce our electricity requirements and also be more sustainable at the same time. And that was actually a great deal for us because it helps reduce our costs, and at the same time, we don't have to rely as much on fossil fuels being burned.
Right, and so if somebody had more information or needed more information, they can go to that website, and there's a way to get in touch with you? Or
There's a way to get in touch with us. There's information about our biodegradable technologies, our compostable technologies, and the other types of plastic bags that we sell as well.
Excellent, very good. Now, we've got about 2 minutes left,
Okay.
a little less. And I'm wondering, with all this accounting background and education, being in the public accounting and then on the FASB side, how has that helped you in your business?
So it allowed me to come in, and when I was looking at the financial statements, I could figure out, our gross margin's too low. We need to increase our pricing, or this is affecting or driving our costs and stuff like that. It's the raw material prices, or it's our labor, or so you can kind of see what's happening. That's what I liked about accounting. You could see what was happening with the company. I loved public accounting and audit. I could go out to customers, see how they made the product. And a lot of these guys were small businesses, so that was their second child or third child. That was their additional baby. And they just loved talking about it, and they were really enthusiastic about it. And it was great to see that, see how people were making it work, whether it's a guy that tested cement, to make sure it's structurally sound, or a guy that's making network cables or stuff like that. And then looking at their financial statements and seeing, oh, they're doing a great job, or their cash flow isn't there. They may be profitable, but the cash flow is a problem and stuff like that. So being able to see that, being able to see what your cash, and as a business owner and as president of a company now, cash flow is everything. It's making sure that it comes out all right, and making sure that you got enough for all of your capital improvement needs, all of pay your employees, because
They get grumpy if they don't get paid.
Get
yeah.
grumpy if you don't get paid. But yeah, it helps out a lot with that. So bringing that in from public accounting and the FASB was great, because it provided me with a base to understand what was happening with the business.
Very good. Well, the old saying, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So
No, you
it's
can't,
great
yeah.
to have that skill to be able to do that. But the time just flew right by. We're kind of at the end of the show, and certainly appreciate you being a guest today.
Thank you.
But this is Reg Baker, Business in Hawaii. We air live every Thursday at 2 o'clock from 2 to 2:30. I hope to see you next week. Aloha.